170, 17 and 23.
Usho jalo ke ku paragraph 21 ukuthi ngakwazi ukuthi ngiqinisekise ukuthi uCarlos Ncube ube nama dreadlocks kanti ke ube nezinyo legolide elalifakiwe usho ukuthi kulamazinyo angaphezulu kanti ke ngalesi sikhathi okanye ngalelanga lokubulawa kaSenzo Meyiwa ngendlela bekubeka ngakhona kanti ke futhi uyavelela khona lapha ke ku A94 kulesi sithombe okanye ithombe elilandelayo 10 ukuya ku 17 kanti ke ku page 17 uyavelela okanye ovelela lapho ke unkani sifiso kuhle Ntuli kanti ke uphinde futhi avelela khona lapha kulesa sithombe okanye lesa ithombe 22 kuya ku 24 31 34 kanti ke ukufika ku 36 futhi ke u 46 ukuya ku 48 khona lapha kuyidoketa amaphoyisa emakwe Phosphorus Cars 636/10/2014 section 8 volume 4 section 8 volume 4 Mthokozisi Mapisa naye ke uyavelela khona lapha ke kulesa sithombe 7 170 and 17 23.
On Exhibit S, page 7. That is the
photo album.
The exhibit, yes, the exhibit S with the photos. Page 7.
Yeah, bon. I can see the picture. Ukulume kuzwakala.
Yebo ngiyayibona.
You can see the picture.
Is the person depicted on that page of Exhibit S accused number 4 towards the Senzo Meyiwa?
I beg yours?
Is that person who is depicted at page 7 of Exhibit S towards the Senzo Meyiwa?
Nguye nomthokozisi Mapisa lo?
Ngiyangize ngokuqinisekisa lokho.
I cannot confirm
Ngibona
that.
isiboshwa la. Umuntu oboshiwe kuphela ngiyambona nobuso kodwa angeke ngokuqinisekisa lokho.
I can just see an inmate, a person that is incarcerated. I can further see the face here, but I cannot confirm anything about him.
Constable, the reason why I'm asking you these questions was you told this, you told or mentioned in your statement at paragraph 21 that Senzo Meyiwa also appears on photo 7. So photo 7 is that photo which is depicted there. My instruction is that by Mr. Meyiwa, that is not him who is depicted there. He doesn't know that person.
Umthokozisi Mapisa naye uyavelela khona kulesi sithombe photo number 7. Manje ke photo 7 yilo mlisa lo ovela lapha yana. Ingalokho ngisho ukuthi ngabe uyena lo umthokozisi Mapisa ke lo yona.
Mina uvela ku picture number 170 not kule.
Umthokozisi Mapisa. Umthokozisi Mapisa is appearing on picture 170, 170, not this one, not picture 7 or page 7.
On page 17 of Exhibit S, you also mentioned in that paragraph that Mr. Meyiwa is also appearing in that photo, which is depicted on page 17.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat?
17.
Yes, 17. Yes.
Yes, that's
Don't be surprised, Constable, because I'm basing this from what is documented at paragraph 21 of your statement.
ungamangali phela baba ngoba phela ke imibuzo yami inceke khona lapha kulokho okuqukethwe iparagraph 21 yestatement sakho. Yes.
Yes. So, is Mr. Meyiwa depicted on page 17 of Exhibit S?
Ngabe ubamaphisa ke uyavelela kule page 17 exhibit S.
Page 17, accused number 3 and accused number 5.
In page 17 there's accused, the depiction there is that of accused number 3 and accused number 5.
Let us go to page 23 of Exhibit S. Is Mr. Mapisa, accused number 4, depicted on page 23 of Exhibit S?
Umaphisa accused number 4 yena ke uyavelela ku page 23 exhibit S.
Angazi ngicama wakhuluma ngale ngemuva kodwa kulabe ngibabonayo la angambonanga.
On these ones that are depicted here, I can't see him.
Then, my instruction by accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, is that the person or persons appearing on page 23 of Exhibit S is accused number 3 and Mabungu Nduli.
Kucho accused number 3 no Mabungu Ntuli lona.
Accused number 3, yes.
And
Not accused
Mabungu
number 4.
Nduli, who's wearing a
No
red
Mabungu
t-shirt
Lo ofake iskipa
or
esibomvu.
skipper.
Ubani uMabhungu Ntuli?
Lo ofake iskipa esibomvu yena uMabhungu Ntuli. Uyakuvuma lo?
Uyi,
uMabhungu.
angimazi uMabhungu.
I don't know Mabhungu Ntuli.
Yes, I'm
Lona
telling you
omunye
that-
accused number 3 usho njalo.
Accused number 3.
The other one is accused number 3, but the other one I don't know yet.
So, when the statement was made, Constable, on the 31st of May 2023, what informed your mind to inform Brigadier Gininda that accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, is appearing on pages 7, 17, and 23, if it is not him who is appearing on those pages?
Uma uthi accused
Cabanga ukuthi umbuzo uclear ukuthi accused ubani accusing ngimbona la which is accused number 3.
I think your question was clear. Which accused person do I see here depicted on the picture? Which is clear, it is accused number 3. That's the one that I see.
No, that was not the question.
Benge wona umbuzo lo.
The question was, what informed your mind to tell Brigadier Gininda that the person who's appearing on pages 7, 17, and 23 was accused number 3? Sorry, was accused number 4, I'm sorry.
Yini into ukuthi umuntu ovela laphana ke kulesa sithombe 7, 17 no 23 accused number 4. Lokho kwenza ukuthi utshele uBrigadier Gininda lokho.
Akukho engimtshela ukuthi accused number 7, ngimtshela ukuthi accused ngimbona la accused number 3. Ukuthi kunomthokozisi nangimbona umthokozisi.
I've just said that the person that I'm seeing here is accused number 3. To say that there is Mthokozisi here, I can't see Mthokozisi.
Put it to you that the reason why you were mentioning the accused in photos where he is not appearing, it is an indication that you don't know accused number 4 before court, Mr. Mapisa.
I beg yours?
It is because you don't know accused number 4 before court, Mr.
Esona sizathu ke
Mapisa.
esenza ukuthi ukhulume ngalendlela okhulume ngayo la kulesi statement sakho. Ingoba wena umangalelo wesine awumazi.
Accused number 4.
Yeah, awumazi accused number 4.
In
In which way? Whether he was there or not.
You don't know him. As I told you yesterday, that he instructs me that he first met you in court on the 7th of September 2023.
I dispute that. I know him because he gave me the key of the vehicle.
Lastly, Constable, before I sit down, there is an incident that I want to refer to, the incident of Sinako. You told this court, Constable, that Sinako was also present at the phosphorus hostel.
Utshela nkantolo ke ukuthi uSinako ube khona khona laphana ehostel laseFoslograce. Yes.
The incident you also told this court Sorry, may I rephrase the question? Is it correct that in your statement, that is Exhibit AA, at paragraph 5, line 10, you said the following, and I quote, Kwabeni, I'll start from, I'm sorry, my daughter, I'll start from line number 9. I then took the 38 special firearm from Kwabeni's hand and I looked at it. I asked Kwabeni if it was not the same firearm which he has said he threw it away in the river after shooting Snako with it. Close quotation.
Yeah, goes a look, okay.
Ngikuzwa kahle.
Again, yeah, there. Which statement, which line is that?
It's line and 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Constable, this
Okay,
incident.
can I just, for the benefit of the accused
thank you.
persons, read that one? Uthi ngase ngithatha ke i-38 special isibhamu ke esiqhamuka okanye ngasithatha esandleni sikaGwabeni ngasibheka ngabuza ke uGwabeni uthi ngabe isona ke lesi sibhamu owasithatha ke wasilahlela ngasemfuleni emva kokuthi ke adubule uSinako ngaso. Ubonile lokho ke?
Yeah, ngibonile.
I saw that.
According
Thank
to
you.
your knowledge or information, when did the incident of Gwabeni shooting or firing shots at Sinako took place?
Lesi sigaba sokuthi uGwabeni adubule uSinako senze kanini kuya ngawo?
Ngokwazi kwami ngazi igameko njengoba engasekho Sinako uqale ngixolise kulokho kuzoba buhlungu ukukhuluma ngaye ngoba ngizwile ukuthi ushonile futhi bamdubulile whatever kwenzekile kuye anginalwazi lakho kodwa ukuphendula lo mbuzo wakho ukuthi bamdubule kangaki ngicabanga ukuthi kuyakwazi ukukubuza lokho kukhona ukuthi ngikhulume ngakho ngoba bengazi bamdubulile njengoba engasekho bemdubulile ngothanda ukuthi kuhloniphe lokho nomndeni wakho ukuthi bamdubulile angifuni ukufesi ngifaka entweni engangidingi
Angekwazi ukuthi uphendule lembuzo usho njalo.
ngiyakwazi
I
ukuphendula
won't be
ngoba
able
akasekho
to-
emhlabeni and ududuliwe.
Given the fact that he is no longer alive, he's passed on, and I respect that, and my condolences to that. I wouldn't wish then to comment on him, given the fact that he's already passed on, and that we should respect
Ngoba ngithe
his family as well.
ngicabanga ukuthi uyafana naye noSenzo Meyiwa ukushona kwakhe nomndeni wakhe uyafana nakho udinga ubulungiswa obufanele so ngoba kadutshulwanga kayi-1 noma kadutshulwanga kayi-2 ngizothanda ukungakuvezi ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngaye futhi ngithanda ukuphendula umbuzo wakho
Whether he was shot once, not once, or several times, I should think that he also should be respected as much as Senzo's family, or that justice should be shown to him as well, as much as justice is being shown to the Senzo Meyiwa's family. Therefore, I would choose not to answer that question.
ngingakunikeza konke okufunayo ngalokho kodwa
Constable, it has taken you a minute for you to answer the question, to the question that I did not ask.
Umzuzu uphendula into engazange ngibuze yona mina.
ngithatha ne-hour uma kuthi kufanele ngu-explainele ukuthi uzokuzwa kahle
I think it might as well take me 1 hour if I have to explain to you so
No.
that you can understand clearly what I am saying.
Okay, no, I'm not inviting any trouble, but the question that I was asking you was that when you spoke about the incident where Gwabeni fired shots at Sinako, when did that incident?
Wena ukhulumile lana ke
No.
ukuthi uGwabeni wadubula uSinako okanye wadubula eGambalwa lana kuSinako nini?
uma ngakubuza ukuthi akamdubulanga ngesikhathi esiyi-1 mangathiwa akadutshulwanga ngesikhathi esiyi-1 ngizobe ngiyifaka ekutheni ikheyisi enye esesayidini ukuthi udutshulwe kangaki ebemdubulile before wamdubula ngo-2017 okwaziyo wamdubula ngo-2023 ngizocela ukungaphenduli lokho
I cannot, perhaps let me not answer that one. If I were to tell you that he was not shot once or at the same time, he was shot in 2023, in 1940, in different times, that as well will not be acceptable. Perhaps therefore I shouldn't be answering that question, or perhaps not comment to that question.
isizathu salokho ukuthi akasekho ngeke kwazi ukuzoyiphendulela
The
ushona
reason,
ngendlela ukuthi udutshuliwe noma mhlawumbe kwenzekaleni angazi ngingafisa ukwazi nami
Now, the reason behind that is that he's not here to answer for himself. He passed on. Whether he was shot at when he passed on, this is something that is unknown to me, and I cannot answer that.
Constable, is there any difficulty to tell the court in which year did that incident occur?
I beg yours?
Is there any difficulty to tell the court in which year did that incident occur?
Ngabe kukhona inkinga yokuthi utshela inkantolo ukuthi lesi sigameko senzeka nini ngamuphi unyaka?
Akusiyona incident eyi-one wena ukhuluma ngaleyo yazi.
That is not the only incident or the one incident. You're only talking about the incident that is known to you.
I'm going to put it to you, Constable, that you are deliberately avoiding to answer the question.
Yes,
I'm avoiding to uphendula ngoba akekho sinakho.
Yes, I am avoiding to answer that one because Nako is not here.
I'm instructed by the accused, that is accused number 4, that Sinako would not have been in First Laura's hostel because during that period, the 26th of October 2014, Sinako was attending school at Falaza High School, Osutu in Nongom.
Ubese Nongoma ke Falaza High School nge-26 October 2014 bekungeke kwenzeke ke ukuthi abe khona laphana ehostela eFirst Laura's okuya ke ngalokho engikutshelwe uye lona ummangalelo wesini.
He was doing grade 11.
Ubenza grade 11.
Wayengekho hostel.
Was he not at the hostel?
Usho njalo.
Don't
Is that
ask
what he
me,
says?
I'm instructed by my client.
Yeah.
Cela ungawuphenduli mayisho njalo kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi wayekhona. Uye
Let-
futhi wangibiza ukuze ngirefesele u-accused number 5
Ukuze kwenzeke ngo-AP5.
ukuze ngirefesele yena aphume ngabizwa kuye. So ngicela ungakhulumi ngaye ngoba
Let me not talk about him because if that is what he says, let me not answer that one. But I know that he was there at the hostel. He's the very person that actually phone called me or called me pertaining accused number 5.
I'm instructed by the accused, that is accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, that the incident involving Gwabeni and Sinako occurred in 2017.
Ukuthi ke ummangalelo wesine lesigameko esibandakanya yena uGwabeni noSinako isigameko esenzeka ngo-2017.
ngicabanga ukuthi bekunikeza isigameko asaziyo yena. Uma ngambuza ukuthi lesi samanje senzeke kanjani mhlambe ngaba ne-answer lapho.
I'm thinking that he was telling you about the incident that he's got the knowledge of. That's what he was referring or relating to you for. But if you were
Lastly-
to ask him about the current incident or the current case, he wouldn't be able to give you. I wonder if he would be able to give you answers on that.
Lastly, Constable, I'm instructed by the accused, that is Mr. Mapisa, that he has received information that Sinako had been shot and killed in the year 2022 and he is normal.
Usho njalo ke ummangalelo wesine ukuthi utholeke ulwazi lokuthi ngo-2022 lona uSinako wadutshulwa washona.
Ngakuphendula nje. Ngibhlungu nami ukuzwa lokho ngizwe mase ngisibhalele statement ukuthi ushonile and bamhlelile.
Now, I am aggrieved of the fact that I have heard that he was shot at and he died.
And nginesifiso ukwazi ukuthi ubulaweleni.
And I also have got a longing to know why was he killed.
It's fine. Unfortunately, I don't have answers. Thank you, Constable. Thank you, my lord. I have no further. Sorry, my lord. Before I sit down, I see Mr. Mapisa's hand is up. I approach him. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, my lord, for the court's injunctions. I have no further cross-examination. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Msholo. Thank you, my lord.
Mr. Zungu,
Babuzungu,
Yebo yimi loyo.
that's me.
what was the highest, your highest standard of, or what is your highest standard of education?
Yani Mama Mshololo?
Yes, my lord, we know that there is a standard way that Advocate Mshololo opens a cross-examination, but we've been through that, my lord, that it's irrelevant regarding a version that a witness profers before this court.
Yes, Ms. Mshololo. Say it's irrelevant.
My lord, I submit that it is relevant because the witness, my lord, that is testifying is a police officer. So it is important that the court knows the qualifications and expertise together with experience of the witness.
Okay, let's hear you.
Thank you.
Cela ungakuphenduli.
Can I not answer that?
Okay. When were you employed as the police officer?
Wa qala nini ukusebenza lapha kwe-SAPS?
24 January 2011.
24th of January 2011.
Okay. Did you receive any training when you were employed?
Uye
So
wathola uqeqesho? Yes.
Yes, what kind of the training?
Wathola i-training enjani?
Yamaphoyisa.
The police training.
Yes, which entails what?
Yes,
Tell
it
us,
did.
just tell us the kind of training that you received.
Because
When you were
owayithola
employed.
i-training owayithola khona laphana ibizwani?
It's a police training.
It is called police training.
Yes, what?
Bakwenzakalani lapho?
Yeah. Were you
Angiqeqesha.
told to type? Were you told to do what? Just tell me what kind of the training, what type of the training that you received?
Ngicabanga
Ngitsheleke,
ukuthi ngathola i-training etholwe wonke amaphoyisa.
I think that I got the training that all the police officers got.
No, I'm not asking about the one that is given to all other police officers. I'm asking the one that was given to you.
Angikhulumi ngaleyo ke eyanikezwa amaphoyisa wonke, ngikhuluma nge-training eyanikezwa wena.
Akwenzekanga ukuthi ngiqeqeshwe ngingedwa, ngaqeqeshwa namanye amaphoyisa.
It didn't happen that I got trained alone. I was trained together with the other police officers.
Okay, the one that you received with your team at that particular time.
Leyo ke owayithola ke nethimba lakho.
You can
ngaleso
just
sikhathi.
summarize the main duties or the main part of the training that you received.
Bravery isn't selfless. It's the confidence to open and connect, touch it and smell it. Only the brave.
Were you trained about the handling of the firearm?
Wafundiswa ke ukubamba okanye waqeqeshwa ukubamba
Yebo.
isibhamu. Yes.
Okay. What kind of training you received about handling of the firearm?
Yiphi ke
Ngicabanga
i-training?
ukuthi ku-training eyi-1 nale ngangitshelayo ukuthi it's a basic training.
The same training, or it is incorporated within the same training of the basic
Okay.
training, yes.
So it means you have information on how to handle the police firearm.
Ubunolwazi lokuthi isibhamu samaphoyisa sibanjwa kanjani?
Not only the police firearm, a firearm.
Not as it has been responded to by the witness himself in English.
Okay.
Uthi ke hayi isibhamu samaphoyisa kuphela, isibhamu ngaqeqeshelwa ke ukwazi ukuthi isibhamu sibanjwa kanjani.
In your examination in chief, you testified that you gave your firearm, your state firearm, to someone else.
Usho njalo ukuthi wanikeza.
Yebo.
Yes.
And that was wrong.
Once again, request that these provisions of section 203 have already been explained, but they once again be explained.
My lord, the witness, if it's his right, if he says, I elect
No,
not
but
to
you are
answer
an
that
officer
question.
of this court. This court has already made a ruling about that.
My lord, unfortunately, it's part of the witness examination in chief. That's why I had to go. I had to put questions to that effect because it's part of the examination in chief, which was introduced by the same witness, incriminating himself under oath. So that's why I'm asking this clarity question, my lord.
What's your response, sir? You know your rights. What's your response?
Amalungelo wakho uyawazi uphendula ukuthini futhi?
Uthini mamshololo umbuzo wakho?
What is your question, Mamshololo?
Yeah, I was saying it was wrong what you did
Ngokusho
Well,
kwakho.
for giving your firearm to someone else.
Cela ungakuphenduli.
Let me not answer that one.
And
And earlier on, the witness said that that is in accordance with your statement or your version.
sorry, that was
Earlier on, he said that according to you, that was wrong. But let me not answer
okay.
that question.
And do you agree with me that if a person gives his firearm to someone or to other person who is not licensed to possess that firearm, that is an offense?
Uyakuvuma lokho-ke, uma-
Uyawazi lokho?
I know that.
Okay. And you have testified under oath that you have handed your firearm to someone else who was not licensed to possess that firearm belonging to you.
Angeke ngibe nolwazi ukuthi unayo license nginereason yokuthi why ngamnikeza sona.
I wouldn't know whether he's got a license, but I've got my reasons as to why I handed him the firearm.
But you were the only person who was licensed to possess that firearm.
Do you know whether Gwabeni is licensed or not?
Sorry, my lord.
Gwabeni, do you know whether he's licensed or not? If you do, of course, fine.
My lord, I'm saying in respect of the state firearm which the witness was
Yeah,
allocated.
but you're alluding to a firearm which apparently was handed to Gabeni. Whether Gabeni has a license or not, do you have knowledge about that, or your client rather?
No, my lord, I think that was not line of my question. My line of question was that, my lord,
Who is supposed to be having a license and not to be given a firearm by this witness?
the person who's supposed to have the license is the
It was
witness.
supposed to be whom?
Sorry, my lord?
It was supposed to be whom?
Yes, supposed to be the witness only, not the person whom
He has a firearm. He has a firearm.
Yes, my
So
lord,
he's handing that firearm to somebody else, and it's supposed to be whom?
who did not have the license to
Yeah,
put.
right, it's whom?
According to his evidence, that was Gwabini, my lord.
He never said that. Gwabeni didn't have a license.
Angazi
My lord,
kusho njalo.
my lord, can I engage a witness regarding that, other than engaging the court? Because the witness is the one who is testifying, and I need clarity, my lord, as to who had the firearm to possess the state firearm, which was allocated to
Yeah, you can
him.
do that, but
Yes.
I can't allow you to make a statement which was never made by this witness.
My lord, I can rephrase if the court.
I read you this thing
Yes.
yesterday. I read. A judge is not a mere umpire to answer the question, how is that? Lord Benning once said, fairness of court proceedings requires of the trier to be actively involved in the management of the trial, to control the proceedings, to ensure that public and private resources are not wasted, to point out when evidence is irrelevant, and to refuse to listen to irrelevant evidence. A supine approach towards litigation by judicial officers is not justifiable either in terms of the fair trial requirement or the context of resources. And I said this case by 5 judges. Case is Taken Safe Trading CC and others versus Standard Bank of South Africa Limited 2004-4 SA. That's what they say I must do, not me. 5 judges, okay. So when you say I interfere, I'm just following the dictates of the law. That's all.
My lord, I do not have a problem with the
Okay,
authorities.
fine, continue.
And the case law, the court has just referred to this court, but my question to this witness is on the clarity
Yes, fine, ask it, ma'am. Ask it.
regarding the clarity on the issue of handling the firearm. My question was, between the two of you, who had a license to possess the same firearm? I'm referring to the state firearm that was allocated to you?
Cela ungakuphenduli.
Okay.
I'd like you to answer that one.
Okay. And then, were you doing normal shift or you were working 5 days a week? What kind of the office hours you were doing at the time of October, especially on the date of the 24th of October?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngisebenza 24 hours, uba ma-rest day, kodwa ngiqashwe njengomuntu osebenza 24 hours.
There would be rest days in between, but I have been employed to work 24 hours a day.
Okay. So you were supposed to knock on duty at what time?
I knock
On the
off at 1
24th.
o'clock. On the 26th.
On the 26th, you knocked on duty at
I
what
said I
time?
knock off before 1 o'clock because event yami yayikade phela ngaleso sikhathi, so umsebenzi wami awuphelile for that day.
Now, my event was done before that time, and therefore I'm saying that I knocked off before 1 o'clock on that day.
Oh, okay. And when had you knocked on duty?
Why and in emsebenzini?
Ekuseni? Ekuseni?
Yes, at what time?
Ngicabanga u-8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
I think it was 8 o'clock.
Okay. And from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock, a state vehicle was allocated to you.
24 hours, yebo.
Okay. And in
24
that,
hours, yes.
and for that state vehicle, you would have been allocated with a logbook. Am I correct?
Yebo.
Yes.
And the logbook is meant to record all the movements and the traveling that you have traveled on each and particular day.
Lunjalo.
Yebo.
It is so, yes.
Can we get the logbook for this vehicle, because it was a state vehicle,
Singatholi?
to show
Logbook.
that
Yeah,
it traveled from Tembisa, as we have stated, to Johannesburg CBD and to Forslorus Hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngakuthola kumqashi wami angiwakhipha ama-document ase-SAPS.
I think that will be found from, or it will be retrieved by my employer. Personally, I cannot retrieve the
Who is
SAPS
your
documents.
commander? No problem, we're going to ask that. Who is your commander?
Ngicabanga unganginikeza igama lo-commander oyi-1 akekho responsible for ama-logbook ami. I-SAPS in general, ama-logbook ayakhona.
Put and put.
Ngithi ama-document awayi kwi-commander yami, kodwa so i-commander kimi aye kwi-SAPS.
My documents don't necessarily go to a specific commander of mine. They just go to the SAPS administration.
Yeah, SAPS where?
Gopi,
Tembisa?
Tembisa Police Station.
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay. Then we'll be able to get these records at Tembisa Police Station.
Angeke ngikwazi ukufakaza angisebenze archives.
I won't be able to attest to that. I'm not working in archives.
Okay. Is it your evidence that you can't produce the documents to prove the travelings that you traveled on the date, which is 26 October 2014?
As the witness said, the logbook can be retrieved.
Is the question disallowed, my lord?
I don't know, what do you think? Because you say it is his evidence that he can't produce, and yet he told you that these books go to the South African police officers.
Yes, but it is duty, my lord, to give us information where we can
Yeah,
get
fine,
them.
but you can't say this evidence is that he can't produce them.
Yes.
And when I want to correct that, I'm supposed to be interfering.
Thank you, my lord. Can you respond?
I couldn't respond a lot.
18.
That you could not prove, you could not produce in this court the records confirming that you traveled to Forslorus Hostel on the 26th of October.
Uma uthi ngeke ngikuprove mhlawumbe usho ukuthi mhlawumbe onke ama-document ase-SAPS ngeke ngikwazi ukuwalanda. I-SAPS mina ngihambise i-SAPS ngicante i-SAPS ekwaziyo ngalokho.
If you say that I cannot prove, it means that I won't be able to retrieve the documents at the SAPS. I took the documents and I gave them to SAPS, and they are in the hands of the SAPS.
Okay. Let's move on. At what time did you meet with Makosonke? In Joburg.
Ngicabanga ngingabo-01 because ngisuke ngabo-1 to 2 lapho.
Around 1 o'clock. Because I left about 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock.
Okay, and what time did you leave to Fort Loras?
Why first long of Anskat?
Ngangabhekanga isikhathi, ngafika ngesikhathi sasemini.
I didn't check the time. I arrived during the day.
Yeah, during the day, after how long? After 2 hours, after 3 hours, because
Emva
midday
kwesikhathi.
between 1 and 2 you are in Joburg, CBD.
1, 2 o'clock was at Joburg CBD. Wafika
Ngikwazi
emva
kanjani ukuthi uthatha
kwamahora.
amahora amabili eJoburg?
How do you know that it takes 2 hours to Joburg? Or
Lis-
from Joburg?
Listen, Mr. Zungu, you are not
Ulalele.
asking the questions.
Ulalele.
Please answer the question. Just learn that culture. Have you testified before in court?
Usuke wathola ubufakazi bakhe enkantolo phambilini?
Kuphendule kulokho yebo.
Yes.
When the question is put to you, yours is to answer. You
Yeah, but
don't
you-
ask me question back, because I'm
Uma-
not going to answer you.
Uma ubuzwa umbuzo, wena-ke iqhaza ekumele ulibambe lana ukuthi uphendule, awubuzi imibuzo wena.
I'm
Uyaphendula.
asking an estimate from the hours that have been given by you, that you were in Johannesburg between 1 and 2. Then I'm saying, after how long?
Ngeke ngikwazi uku-estimate.
I won't be able to estimate.
Okay, and then what time did you arrive at hostel?
Wafika ngobani isikhathi e-hostel?
Angikhumbula isikhathi.
I cannot remember the time.
Okay. At what time did you see accused number 5 at hostel?
Wambona ngobani isikhathi accused number 5 e-hostel?
Nginemizuzwana nje ngifikile ngambona.
A few minutes or a few seconds after I arrived at the hostel, then I saw him.
And also you can't recall time.
Nalokho
No,
angekwazi
isikhathi cha.
ukuqinisekisa. Yes,
Masipala phansi.
yes, I wasn't generalizing time.
Okay. And am I correct to say it was your first time to see accused number 5 on that particular day?
Beku okokuqala ubona ummangalelwa wesihlanu ngalelo suku.
Ukukhuluma naye kwangokuqala.
Talking to him, it was the first time.
Okay. To see accused number 5, what is the answer?
Ukumbona yena,
Ngangambona before.
I
Where?
once saw him before.
Where?
Kuphi?
Ngeke ngikhumbule ukuthi ngikuphi kodwa ngangambona bengimaze la somewhere kodwa bengazi ngikhulume naye.
I cannot remember where exactly did I see him before.
The
It's
reason why
only
you,
that I saw him, but I didn't have any conversation with him there.
the reason why you cannot remember where you had seen him is because you are lying, you've never saw him before.
Isona-ke sizathu. Khuluma amanga, awukazi umbone phambilini.
Makusho wena.
According to what you are saying.
You said, how did you know his name that we have referred to this court?
Liphi la likankani?
Is it which one? The Nkani name?
Yeah, that's what you said. You
look,
don't ask me.
Ungabuzi mina.
Okay.
Okay.
How did you know that name?
Ulazi kanjani lelo gama?
Ngoba bengimazi.
That is because I knew him.
Cha ndonke umuntu ebelazi nalelo gama.
I think everyone knew him by that name.
Accused number 5 would tell this court that he was never at hostel where you were on the 26th of October, 2014.
Qamba manga.
He's lying.
Okay. Then let's move on. You testified that you saw 2 people exchanging guns, firearms.
Yes. Yes. We have yebo ngikushilo lokho ukuthi ngibona
And
abantu
at that-
ababili ba-exchange iy'bhamu.
And at that particular time, you were a police officer.
Iphoyisa ngalelo sikhathi.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
And you failed to do your duties to report the unlawful activity that happened in front of you.
Wahluleka-ke wena ukuthi uripote lento eyayingekho emthethweni eyayenzeka nje phambi kwakho.
Angihlulekanga ngoba ukhona namhlanje futhi ummele. Iyo le ngayenza.
Angizwa?
Angihlulekanga ukuyenza ingakho ngayenza ingakho simile namhlanje mmele.
I did not fail to do that. That is why we are standing here today.
At the time when you witnessed that incident, you did not act. Am I correct? Which is
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke,
October 2014.
Uma ubona lesi sigameko azange ukuthatha iy'nyathelo ngeyi-26 zika-October 2014.
Okusalayo ngiyithathile inyathelo ngoba silapha namhlanje. Ngakwenza lokho.
What remains is that I eventually took the steps. Or
Yes.
I
But I'm-
did something about it because we are here today.
Right now, Constable, I'm being specific on the 26th of October, when
Khuluma ngeyi-26 zika-October
you
2014.
saw the unlawful activity happening in front of you.
Nasi isigameko-ke esingekho semthethweni senzeka. Uyabona ukuthi senzeka phambi kwakho. akho lutho walenza wena nge-26 ka-October 2014.
Wangenasidingo sokuthi ngi-act ngaleso sikhathi ngoba ngangebe nayo evidence onayo namhlanje.
There wasn't a need for me to can act immediately during the time because I did not have then the evidence that you have today.
As a police officer, you had a legal duty to arrest
Yes.
those people who were exchanging guns. You had a duty to call other police officers to come and arrest those people so that further investigations can be done. And you failed to execute your duties.
Awuzange ngikwenze lokho wathi ukwenza lokho njengephoyisa ke ubufaneleke ngokuphela ke kusemahlombe kuwena ukuthi uma ubona abantu benza into engekho semthethweni njengoba ubona abantu ba exchange izibhamu ubufanele ukuthi ke wena ubabambe ngaleso sikhathi awukwenzanga ke
Ukuphendula lokho mamsholozo ukubopha umuntu akusho ukuthi sekuyizathu it's a final decision. Wayazi ukuthi uzoboshwa nangakusasa noma yini.
now arresting
Ngoba bakwazi ukuthi agcine eboshiwe ngeevidence ayikhona. Ngalelo langa ngizothi yini engimbophela yona.
Arresting a person is not the final decision that a person can make because that person knows that they are still going to be arrested. At the time, what information was I going to provide to him for his arrest?
Had you executed your duties properly, had you reported, had you called the police would have arrived and apprehended the suspects and confiscated the 2 firearms that you have testified about.
Kube wakwenza lokho waripotela amaphoyisa wabiza amaphoyisa bezoza ke ezobamba labasona kanti ke nalezi ibhamu ke beyothathwa bathathelwa zona lezi ibhamu.
Ngoba unasiqiniseko ukuthi ayingathi efika amaphoyisa amanye maybe backup wathole sesana lezo bhavu ingakho ukwazi ukuthi namhlanje ukwazi ukuzobamela ngoba amaphoyisa kwakumele enze every investigation yawo akwazi ukuthola ukuthi kwenzakaleni bese yababopha ingakho bamele namhlanje.
Now, there had to be investigations that had to be conducted by the police to ascertain what offense did they actually commit. Because we are not sure that when upon the arrival of the police would have indeed found them in possession of those firearms. That is why you are here today and representing them today.
But you hid the crucial information to report, to call other police to come and apprehend so that a further investigation could have been done on those 2 firearms.
Wagciba ke ulwazi olwalumqwa kakhulu ukwenza ke ukuthi amaphoyisa akwazi ukuthola ulwazi akwazi ukuphenya ngalo lwazi ukuze ke egcineni ke bakwazi ukuboshwa labantu.
Uqinisekisa ngaqinisekisa ukuthi lolo lwazi luhlala ligcinekile ukuze mase lidingeka njengoba lidingeka namhlanje lokwazi ukuthi litholakale.
As far as keeping that information, I did keep that knowledge safe so that today we may be able to be acting on that knowledge.
But on the 26th of October, the police were not called to come and confiscate the
Day
accused.
26 is October 2014. Amaphoyisa azange abizwe ukuthi mageze ke azothatha lezi ibhamu.
Ngasebenzisa discretion yami ukuthi angenayo evidence enough.
I used my discretion to say that I do not have sufficient evidence or enough evidence.
Was there a police station next to the hostel where you witnessed the unlawful activities of the exchange of firearm in front of you?
Kwakhona ke police station eseduze nalapho hostel khona la wabona ku exchange wa ibhamu khona.
Ngangise hostel ngangayibonanga police station.
I was at the hostel.
Ngisebenzisa ulwazi lami lokuthi kuphi police station kodwa ngaleso sikhathi ngangayibonanga police station.
On that day I did not see the police station. I cannot use my knowledge pertaining the whereabouts of the police station. But on that day I was at the hostel, I didn't see the police station.
At the hostel, you testified that there were many people moving in and out. Is that your evidence?
Yebo.
Yes, that was my evidence.
It's better to wait for the interpretation.
Kungcono ngilinde.
I do appreciate that you understand English.
Understood.
Okay. Did you know any person out of the people who were coming in and out the hostel, besides Kwabeni, Makosonke, and the accused as we have testified, other than those people?
Ngaphandle kukaGwabini Makhosini nabomangalelwa njengoba usufakazile ngabe khona abantu bubazi khona lapho kulabo abantu abebengena bephuma khona lapha ehostel.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay, who were those?
Ngoba
If
la-
you can still recall.
uma ngabe usakhumbula, ngoba
Ngisabakhumbuli abanye engikhumbulayo mentionile ungasekho.
I cannot remember those people, but the one person that I can still remember is the one that you have mentioned,
Okay.
that had passed on.
But there were people that you knew.
Kodwa babekhona abantu obubazi.
Yebo
Okay.
babekhona.
Yes, there were people that I
Did
knew.
you report to any of those people that we have seen people exchanging the firearms?
Ngabe waripota komnye walabo bantu okanye
Cha,
waripota
ngiripotanga kubo.
Awungilindi. Awungilindi. Ngabe khona ke kulabo bantu baziyo ke oke waripota kubona ukuthi sengibone exchange ke kwebhanki lapha azange.
Hayi akayikho ngaripota kuyo.
There isn't any person that I reported that to.
Okay. Did you know anyone who was responsible for the hostel?
Khona omaziyo ke okuyena ke obe bheke khona lapha okanye eqaphe khona lapha ne hostel.
Uhlala khona uqaphile.
A person, a caretaker, a person that is residing there or that is looking.
Yes, it can be
after-
caretaker, anyone who was responsible
Ngaba
for
uke-
the.
Anginalwazi
caretaker.
lakhona.
I don't have the knowledge of that.
Did you try and find out who is the responsible person for the hostel in order for you to report this exchange of
Uke
firearms?
wazama ke ukuthola ukuthi ubani umuntu responsible la, ubani oqaphile khona la, olawulayo la kule hostel. Ukwenzela ke ukuthi ukwazi ukuyoreport lesi sigameko kuyena. Wazama ukuthola.
Angikwenzanga lokho.
I didn't do that.
Were you allowed to drive a state vehicle to the hostel?
Ubuvumelekile okanye ubugunyaziwe ukuthi udrive imoto yombuso ukuya khona lapha ne hostel.
Yebo.
Yes.
Going with the state vehicle to the hostel, was it part of your duties?
Bekuyingxenye yomsebenzi wakho ukuya khona lapha ke ehostel ngemoto yomsebenzi.
Kwakuyingxenye ngangisenza umsebenzi wami njengoba ngisebenza ngayo, ngangisebenza ngayo 24 hours.
Given the fact that this was a work-related vehicle and I was using that vehicle for 24 hours,
What
it was
duties?
a part of my duty.
What duties were you doing in hostel at
Ubuwenza
that time?
muphi umsebenzi khona lapha ehostel?
Ehostel abengaya ngiyosebenza ngithe ngangivakashele.
At the
Umntwana
hostel.
wami.
At the hostel, I didn't say that I had gone to work there. I said that I had gone to visit
Yeah,
at the
then,
hostel.
then visit was not part of the duties.
Lokho ukuvakashela ke kwakunge ingxenye yomsebenzi wakho.
Wangesiyona.
It wasn't a part of my duty.
Was it also evidence that when you arrived there, you drank meat and you also, you drank alcohol and ate meat?
Ngabe ubufakazi bakho obuthule ukuthi uma ufika lapho ke nadla inyama okanye wadla inyama waphuza notshwala.
Yebo.
Yes.
Was that part of the duties you were allowed to, was that part of the duties you were allowed to execute with a state vehicle?
Lokho okwakwenza ke kwaba ingxenye ke yomsebenzi wakho owawenza usebenza imoto yombuso.
Ukudla inyama nokuphuza utshwala kusumsebenzi wami.
Now eating meat and drinking liquor, that is not part of my work.
Do you agree that it was your private visit? It was not the official visit?
Uyakuvuma lokho ukuthi ukuvakasha nje private.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
And that was not supposed to be done with a state vehicle?
Nokuthi lokho bekungafanele ukuthi kwenziwe ke ngemoto yombuso.
Angikwazi ukuthi kusho ngakuphi lokho.
I do not know why you saying that.
Is it your evidence that at that time you were stationed at Senzani Police Station? Senzani Police Station?
Ubusebenzisa Senzani police station ngaleso sikhathi?
Chabo.
No.
Where were you stationed?
Ubusebenzela kuphi?
Tembisa.
Tembisa.
Tembisa Police Station.
Yebo.
That's correct.
Who was Sebenza Hospital? Sebenza Police Station. What did you say about Sebenza Police Station?
Utheni ngesebenza police station?
Ngalalela. Ngithe ngisebenza esebenza now. Manje.
I said that I am working at Sebenza right now, not then.
At that time you were at Tembisa Police Station? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Who was the station commander? Who was the station commissioner of Tembisa Police Station at that time?
Ngizamkhumbuli.
I-
Bashintshe baningi.
I can't remember him. That post was actually, a lot of people were exchanging that particular post.
But on that
Number.
particular day, especially 26 October, to whom were you reporting to at Tembisa Station?
Ubu-reporta kubani
Njengoba sengishilo ngisakhumbula ukuthi kwakubani no-station commander ngicabanga ukuthi ungakuthola SAPS ukuthi kwakubani no-station commander.
As I have already indicated that I cannot remember who the station commander was, perhaps at the police station you can then find who the station commander was on that day, okay, or during that.
You cannot recall the station commander, you cannot recall the relief command, your relief commander as well.
No relief commander yena awumkhumbuli.
We have allowed this close examination, but all these issues are collateral issues. Once a witness is given an answer on a collateral issues, it cannot be explored any further. We submit, my lord, that the further cross-examination on all these collateral issues should not be allowed.
Yes, continue, Mr. Mshaba.
Thank you, my lord. You further testified that as you were sitting there, okay, before I go there, you said you saw accused number 5 at the hostel. What was he doing when you saw him for the first time? For the first time, when you arrived?
Uthi umangalelwa wesihlanu wambona khona lapha ne-hostel. Okokuqala mambona uma ufika khona laphayana bekenzani?
Ngizothi bekhona ngaphakathi ukuthi benzani.
I would say he was
Wasn't
just
ngaphakathi
inside as to what was he
Nabani?
doing. He was with the others inside of the house.
You cannot tell what he was doing,
Angiyakwazi ukusho ukuthi ubenzani.
okay? What was he wearing?
Ube egqoke njani?
If you
Ivest
can-
white,
He was wearing a white vest
nesigqoko samasotsha,
and the military hat.
And what else?
yilokho engikukhumbulayo.
That's what I remember.
And you further testified that as you were sitting there, you were asked by a certain gentleman that accused number 5 wanted you to remove your car in order for him to be able to go out.
Khona umliso wakutshela ukuthi umangalelwa wesihlanu ucela ukuthi wena ususe imoto yakhe ukuthi akwazi ukuphuma.
Yebo,
Yes.
And in your examination in chief, on the appearances of the 7th of September, you said it was a certain gentleman who asked you to give away of accused number 5. You remember that?
Uyakhumbula lokho? Ukuthi khona ke umliso thize ke owacela ukuthi ufanele ukuthi wena ususe imoto yakho uvulele umangalelwa wesihlanu indlela.
yebo,
Yes.
But today you are now saying it was narco.
Namhlanje uthi unako.
yebo,
Yes.
Why are you changing?
Manje usushintshelane ke?
ngishintshe kuphi?
Where did I change?
You said whilst you were seated, accused number 5 then requested a certain gentleman.
Uthi ke wena ke ngikathi usahleli phansi umangalelwa wesihlanu wase ucela umliso thize.
To ask me to just give way because I was parked right behind him so that I could just reverse. I did that and I went back inside.
Ngicela ke ukuthi mangimvulele indlela ke ngoba ngangipaka emva kwakhe ngange ngakwenza ke lokho.
Uma uthi omunye umlisa ukuthi ngimkhumbula ukuthi igama lakhe angiboni kuyinkinga kulokho.
If you say the other gentleman, the fact that I may have forgotten his name, I don't see any problem with that.
Okay, but you agree that you did not say that it was narco.
Uyavuma ke lokho ukuthi azange ukuthi unako.
Angeke
In your
ngikhumbule ukuthi
examination in
kodwa
chief.
ngikwaziyo ukuthi ngiyazi ukuthi kona weza ke mangicela mangimkhumbula ukuthi ubani ngiyakhumbula ukuthi uye.
I cannot remember as to whether at the time did I say that I didn't say that it was narco. But if I had remembered his name, I had. But all I can remember is that there is a person that came to me and asked me that I should go and shift the vehicle.
And what was the registration number for the car that you say it was driven by accused number 5?
Registration yemoto yakho ukuthi ibishayelwa nguye umangalelwa wesihlanu.
Ngangahambi ukubhala ama-registration.
I didn't go about writing down the registrations.
Did you look at it or you did not?
Uye wayibheka noma cha.
Noma kuthiwa ngayibheka kodwa ngeke ngiyikhumbule ukuthi yiphi ngangayibheka.
Even if it means that I have had a look at it, I cannot remember now.
So the answer is that you can't recall the registration number of the vehicle, that you say it was driven by accused number 5.
Yebo.
That's correct.
When accused number 5 left, according to your evidence, did he leave alone or with someone?
Makahamba or accused number 5 wahamba yedwa okanye khona umuntu wahamba naye.
Ukhuluma ngayiphi incident?
Which incident in particular?
When accused number 5 left,
Umangalelwa wesihlanu makahamba.
we are now when accused number 5 is asking you to reverse in order for him to go out.
Angisho silapho. Wahamba
Yes.
nobani? Wahamba yedwa.
Mangicabanga ukuthi uhamba yedwa. Ngazi ukuthi uhamba nobani angambheka.
I think
Ngingambhekisela ngabe ngapha.
I think he left alone. I only went to reverse my vehicle. and
You're
then
not
I
sure?
went to park again.
Yeah,
You're
ukuthi
not
uhambe
sure?
nobani angambonanga.
As to who he left with, I did not see him. I did not witness him.
Okay. Accused number 1, 2, 3, and 4 remained behind when accused number 5 left.
Umangalelwa wokuqala, wesibili, wesithathu nowesine basala ngenkathi uhamba umangalelwa wesihlanu.
Mamshololo akusho ukuthi makuhamba uyi1 sekuhamba uyi1. Omunye wayiphuma wayengena njengoba ngikutshelile eqaleni. Ukuthi uphumile accused number 5 ngamreversela. Angeke ngifike endlini ngibheke ukuthi basekhona accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look, the accused person number 5 requested that I should reverse for him. When a person stands up and walks out and then come in, as I've already indicated, that people were walking in and out. And after I had reversed for accused number 5, I couldn't go into the house and check as to whether accused number 2, 3, and 4 were still there.
Okay. So you don't know whether the rest of the accused also left when accused number 5 left?
Awunaso isiqiniseko salokho ukuthi uma
You don't know.
umangalelwa wesihlanu nabo bonke laba bangalelwa bahamba nabo. Isiqiniseko sakhona awunaso.
Ngesikhathi ehambile nabanye bahamba babuya, abanye bangena baphuma, bokusesemini.
It was still during the course of the day. At the time that he had left, the others also walked out and came in. Others came in and then walked out. So it was during the course of the day.
Yeah, remember, this is your evidence. I want clarity there, whether accused number 5 left with someone else or they left in different times. Just give us one answer.
Sicela ukuthi usinikeze impendulo nje eyodwa.
If anyone left,
Uma ngabe khona omunye oye wahamba, phela ukhumbule ukuthi umangalelwa wahamba, umangalelwa wesihlanu. Sifuna ukwazi ukuthi umangalelwa wesihlanu wahamba yedwa, nokuthi ke uma abanye bahamba nini, kushuthi ke ngeenkathi ezihlukene.
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi ngeke ngikwazi ukukhumbula ukuthi omunye uhambe ngoba isikhathi ngomunye uhambe ngoba isikhathi.
As I've already said, I cannot remember what time the other one left and what time also
the reason why you cannot recall, is it because you had consumed alcohol, because you were drinking Jameson?
Ngabe isona lesi sizathu senza ukuthi ungakhumbuli ingoba ubuphuze utshwala beniphuza iJameson.
Kodwa le Jameson yangenza ngakhumbula accused number 5.
And the same Jameson made me remember accused number 5.
Yeah. So you admit that it's because of the fact that you had consumed alcohol, that is why you could not see who left at what time, who left at what time.
Sir has said it's putting weights in the witness.
Don't misquote the witness.
Can I rephrase the question, my lord? The reason why you could not see clearly if there was any of the accused who left or did not leave, it's because you had consumed alcohol at that time.
Isizathu esenza ukuthi
Do you agree with
ungaboni ke ngokugqamile ukuthi ngabe laba abanye abamangelelwa basasekhona ingoba mhlambe wawuphuze utshwala yini.
Uma ngikhumbula ngisho uma ngifika ngangisafika lapho sasingakaphuzi notshwala makhamba accused number 5.
If I remember well, at the time of my arrival, and that was at the time that accused number 5 left, we hadn't consumed liquor as yet. I don't know where you're getting that from.
At what stage did you consume liquor?
Uye waphuza utshwala ngasiphi isikhathi?
Ngalolelwa
Makwenzakalani ngamanye amazwi makwenzakalani ngasiphi isikhathi okanye?
ngiyangikhumbula isikhathi ukuthi ngiphuze ngalesikhathi sekhamba accused number 5 kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi ngangisafika mayitha ngireversela.
I cannot remember at what stage or what time did I started to consume liquor. All I remember is that the accused person, when he asked me to reverse for him, I just arrived there.
You seem to have a selected memory. You can recall other things, others you cannot recall.
Khona izinto ezikhumbulayo kodwa ungayikhumbuli.
Njengomuntu nje isikhathi masakhona side mawucabanga ngeke ukukhumbule konke.
Like any other person, or I'm just a mere person,
How long did you,
that when something had happened some time ago, certain things, you may not necessarily remember them.
how long did you spend with accused number 5
Uthatha isikhathi esingakanani unommangalelwa wesihlanu khona lapho?
before he reversed?
Angokuba ummangalelwa wesihlanu ayophuma okanye a-reverse.
angeke ngikwazi ukukhumbula isikhathi ukuthi isikhathi 20 minutes 30 minutes ngeke
I
ngikwazi
cannot
ukukhumbula
remember the
lokho.
time, whether the time was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I can't remember.
And furthermore, you testified that you followed accused number 2 and 3, accused number 1 and 2 to the bedroom, and the lights were switched off. You remember that part of your evidence?
Ummangalelwa wesibili wabalandela ukuya khona laphana e-bedroom, kanti-ke ama-light acinywa wabalandela. Uyakhumbula?
Ngiyakhumbula.
Yes, I remember that.
And when the light was switched off, you were not inside the room.
Uma-ke kucinywa ama-lights ubungekho ngakulelo gumbi.
Isizathu sokuthi kucishwa ama-light ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuyisizathu sokuthi kwakuthiwa nangibaba omncane. Light yakhona ayicisha ngesikhathi eside mama umshololo kwaba nje into ethi nyatu yakhanya futhi same time.
It was.
Wathi uyinenkinga i-light.
It wasn't something that actually took, or the lights were not off for a long time. It was a spur of a moment thing. It went off and on again. But now, and there was something that was said to that effect that there is the younger paternal uncle.
Did you hear the question?
Uzwe umbuzo.
Uphinde ngicela ungiphindela.
Can you repeat that question?
When the light was switched off, you were not inside the room,
Uma-ke
the bedroom.
switch off a light ngakulela room ubungekho ngakuleyo room. Uma kucishwa le light wena ubungekho ngakuleyo room.
Bengiyongena phakathi. Bengena phakathi emnyango because icishwe ngikhona yacishwa yakhanyiswa.
I was just stepping inside of that room. At the time that it was switched off, I just walked into that room. I was inside.
And you did not know how it was switched off, that is why you asked.
Awazi ukuthi yacinywa kanjani ilokhu ubuza.
Bengibuza
What was I asking?
Ask who is switching off the lights when you
Yilokho
were
ke.
entering the bedroom.
Mawungena-ke wabuza-ke ukuthi ubani ocisha ilight. Ubungazi ukuthi yacishwa kanjani ngoba-ke wagcina-ke usubuzile wena.
yingakho impendulo yakho nayithi le light iyahlupha yalunga futhi same time.
That is why the answer was that this light is actually defective, and right at that very time, it was also fine.
You further testified that accused number 5 came in when you were inside in the room. You remember that evidence?
Ummangalelwa wesihlanu wafika, that is accused number 5.
5.
Wafika-ke ukhona ngakuleyo room.
Yebo wafika ngaphakathi ngame no accused number 1 2 3 nokwabini.
Yes.
Yebo wangena no accused number 4.
Yes,
Uye futhi wayehamba phambili.
yes. He got into that room, and I was inside of the room. I was together with accused number 1, 2, 3, and Kwabini, and he came into the room, walking in front, in the company of accused number 4.
Accused number 5 will tell this court that on the 26th of October, he never went to the Soto hostel in Fosloras, and he did not get into the bedroom as you have testified.
Usho njalo-ke ummangalelwa wesihlanu thina nge-26 zika-October 2014 akazange-ke aye khona lapho kuleyo hostel Fosloras, nokuthi-ke wangena ngakulelo gumbi njengoba wena-ke usuthule ubufakazi bakho ngakhona.
Hamba manje.
He's lying.
And will further tell this court that he was not in Fosloras hostel with you.
Uthi-ke ubengekho laphana e-Fosloras ehostel lakhona nawe.
He does not know you.
Akakwazi.
He was in Johannesburg where he was working on the 26th of October 2014.
Beke seJoburg la esebenza khona nge-26 zika-October 2014.
Uqamba manje.
He's lying.
Is there any person who can testify, who can confirm that you saw accused number 5 in hostel.
Ngabe
Foster's hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
ngabe khona yini umuntu ongakwazi ukuthi ase ubufakazi bakho amanye amazwi ukusho ukuthi wena ke umbonile lona ummangalelwa wesihlanu nge-26 ka-October 2014 khona laphana ehostel ukhona angakuseka kulokho?
Angicabangi lokho ukuthi kungavela ke ngicabanga kungavela kubantu bebephenye icase. Abantu abakhulume nabe hostel akusimi nengikhulume nabo.
I think that it's information that can be gathered from the people that are investigating the case.
Okay, but there is no one that you
Because
know.
wena ke uqobo lwakho akekho omaziyo.
Angiyimisela ukuzofaka omunye entweni engangeni kuyo.
I am not determined to bring a person into something that he shouldn't be a part of.
Yeah, the person will be confirming that he saw accused number 5 with you in hostel.
Lo muntu phela
It's not something that has
uzoqinisekisa-
got nothing to do with anyone. It's just confirming what you are saying.
lo muntu phela ke uzoqinisekisa ke lokho kushoyo wena ukuthi umbonile ummangalelwa wesihlanu nge-26 ka-October ehostel.
Why kumele achoose yini lo muntu ngeke ngikwazi ukuchoose umuntu?
Why should that person be chosen by myself? I cannot choose a person.
But you are a police officer.
Kodwa ke uyiphoyisa.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the newspaper that you said you read on the, when did you read the newspaper?
Uthi
2
uyoyifuna
days
nini?
after ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuyi-Tuesday.
Newspaper.
Yeah.
2 days after.
What
I
was
think
the
it
picture?
was on a Tuesday.
What was depicted in that picture?
Kwakuvezwe imifanekiso
Regarding
njalo
this
khona
case.
lapho. Mayelana ke nale case kwakuvezwe ini?
Was there a description or there was there a picture referring to the suspects in this case?
Kwakhona
Kwakune-
mhlawumbe incazelo okanye kwakhona ke umfanekiso mayelana ke nabasolwa kuleli cala.
Kwakuney'thombe
There were photographs.
nestori sakhona kwakuthi sibhalwe ngaleyo ndlela babesibhale ngayo leyo ma-journalist.
And now the formatting of that article had the pictures as well.
Yes, pictures for who?
Kwakukhona ke ama-picture wobani,
Ungathi isithombe sikabani?
meaning whose picture?
Pictures for the suspects, for the complainants, for
Ama-picture-
what are the pictures?
ama-picture wani, suspect,
Depicted.
Ama-suspect.
Yes.
The suspects' pictures.
Yes, can you describe those two pictures
Ngaphana ngencazelo yalezo iy'thombe eziwu-2
that you saw in that newspaper?
lezo oyibone khona lapho kuleyo lelo phephandaba.
I know that you said you cannot recall the name of the newspaper. Am I correct?
Ngiyakwazi lokho ukuthi ushilo ukuthi angeke ukwazi ukukhumbula igama lalelo phephandaba.
Uma ngikhumbula iy'thombe zaziwu-2.
If I remember well, there
Yilesi
were
ade
2.
ngisiboniswa u-advocate Nxumalo.
It was one of the pictures is the one that Advocate Nxumalo was.
Forget about that.
shown.
The answer, the question is, can you describe the pictures that you saw on the newspaper?
Ungakwazi ke ukukhana ngencazelo yalezo ke
Describe them for me.
description yalezo iy'thombe oyibone kuleyo
Ubuso
newspaper.
bulapha obunama-dread nobunye
The-
ubuso obuvalwe nge-overhead, i-hood,
The,
isigqoko
the
senhlanganethwe.
face, one of the faces that was depicted there, it had the dreadlocks on the head, as well as the other face that was covered with a hoodie.
Okay. The dreadlocks that you saw, it was the dreadlocks. Sorry, my lord, can I just rephrase? The description that you saw there, it had been given by the people who were inside the house. Did you read an article or you just look at the pictures?
Phela leyo description yalapho ke ya hlinzekwa ilabantu ke abebekhona laphana endlini. Wena wayifunda leyo article okanye wavele wabheka iy'thombe phela?
Ngayifunda ngabheka ney'thombe.
I read the article and I also had to look at the pictures as well.
Okay, what did it say? Who gave that description of those pictures?
Mawufunda kuleyo article ithi ngubani ophene
Was it the
okanye
police or the people who were inside the house during the incident?
ubani owaphana ngaleyo description ke?
Angikhumbula ukuthi ngafunda ukuthi ubani uphene ngaleyo description, kodwa engikwaziyo ngafunda ukuthi zenziwe ubani, ngiyakhumbula zenziwe warrant officers Jenka.
Now, I cannot remember who provided or furnished them with the description, but I remember who actually drew those pictures there. It was Warrant Officer Stiankam.
Okay, am I correct to say the description that was depicted there did not meet the description of accused number 3?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi leyo description eyayivela kulezo iy'thombe khona lapho ibingafani nommangalelwa wesithathu.
Ngendlela engangibuka ngakhona isithombe sasinama-dread ayivulekile kodwa lapha ngangibone engenawo ama-dread avulekile waqinile.
Isithombe kwi-newspaper besinama-threads avulekile kusho njalo. And then kuphi la umbone khona ehostele eqinile. All right. Now the photograph on the newspaper or the picture that was on the newspaper had the loosened or the loose dreadlocks, but at the hostel the dreadlocks were braided or fastened together.
Yeah, so what's the answer to my question?
Impendulo ithini umbuzo?
It did not meet the description of accused number 3.
Shuthi lo muntu
That's what I asked.
lona obevela kulesi sithombe kwi-newspaper i-description leyo eyakhe ibengafani nommangalelwa wesithathu.
Yes.
Ngendlela engimbone ngakhona ayingafani nayo.
Uyavuma na?
Yebo, ngiyavuma
Yes,
kulokho.
that's all I
I
wanted.
agree. That is how I saw him. Yes, the description was not
And the
befitting
description-
accused number 3.
Thank you. And the description for the second suspect, what did you see
Kanti-ke kulo
on the
msolo
photo?
mawubheka kuleso sithombe lo
Yayiqonde
muntu ubefana
straight
nobani?
ku-accused number 2.
That person looked like accused number 2.
You did not understand the question.
I'll
What
follow.
did you see in the newspaper?
Uboneni kwi-newspaper.
Newspaper where you read the
Kwi-newspaper.
article.
Uboneni.
Ukhuluma ngamaphi manje u-accused?
Lalela nayi newspaper. Ubheka i-newspaper. Uboneni mayelana ke nalo suspect wesibili. Uboneni ilokho akubuzayo.
Imuphi wesibili lo?
Ubone oqala ofake onama dreadlocks alusa ngisho. Lo wesibili uboneni mawumbheka yena.
Ngibone u-accused number 2.
When I looked at the second suspect on the newspaper, I saw accused number 2.
I'll take it that you don't want to answer that question,
Ngizothatha
okay?
ukuthi ke awufuni ukuphendula umbuzo.
Okay. After reading that article, and you have seen the warrant officer who had been referred to in that article, did you call him to say you've got this information about the real suspects?
Mawuqeda
Ngilanga?
ukufunda. I did not phone call him.
And the reason why you didn't call him?
Yes, yes,
Remember,
that's
you
what I
were a
said.
police officer at that particular time when you read that article, and you had this information. Now, a warrant officer is being referred to describing the article. Why then didn't you go and report the matter that you've got this information so that investigation could have been done regarding that article?
Ingani ungakwenzanga lokho ke? Khumbule phela khona isikhathi ngaleso sikhathi ke bowuyiphoyisa wena. Nakho ufunda i-article nakho sokuvelela ukuthi lesi sithombe kwalezo ithombe evelela lapho ke warrant officer Stiankam wangamfonela yini ngoba phela lo lwazi ke oluqhamuka la ulwazi olungakwazi ukuthi lisetshenziswe ekutheni ukuphenywa icala. Wangamfonela yini?
Ngangesimphenywa leli cala.
I wasn't the investigator of the case.
No, it's just as a witness.
Njengofakazi nje.
As a witness who is not just an ordinary witness, as a witness who is a police officer who happened to have information regarding the same incident that is being reported on an article.
Njengofakazi. Hayi ufakazi nje ojwayelekile kodwa ufakazi nje oyikhethile okuyiphoyisa onolwazi ke olumayelana ke neqala lona leli ke ukuthi liyaphenywa.
Ingakho namhlanje sila.
That is why we are here today.
No, we are not going to avoid that.
Ah,
At the
okay,
time
okay.
when you were reading the article,
Well-
why then didn't you report to the police that you have such information regarding this article?
Uyingani ngenkathi ufunda leyo article ingani ungazange wareporter kuleli phoyisa okanye emaphoyiseni
Or to any police officer, not just to be specific to the warrant officer who was written on that article.
Go-
To any police officer to say you've got the information regarding this article.
noma yiliphi iphoyisa nje ubungakwazi ukuthi ufonele ingani ungazange wafonela ke emaphoyiseni okanye waripota ke emaphoyiseni ukuthi ngine information ethize mayelana ke nale article lena ebhalwe phansi nanoma ke bengeyena ke u-warrant officer Steenkamp kodwa ke noma yiliphi nje iphoyisa ingani ungakwazanga ukwenza lokho.
Hey mama umshololo kusetshenzwa kanjalo. Ngeke ukuthi mawubona into bese suka nje uhambe uyoreport into engenafakazi bayo.
Ma'am, sorry, that is not how we work. You cannot just be seeing something and then you go and report something that you do not have the supporting evidence of.
Are you done?
That is?
Qhubeka.
I put it to you that you knew as a police officer at the time when you witnessed the incident, when you read an article, that if you have any information, you are supposed to report it to the police in order for that information to be investigated.
Ngibeka kuwena ke ukuthi nangenkathi ke ufunda le article obukwazi ukuthi unalo ulwazi lokuthi uma ngabe khona ke okuthize ke okutholayo okungasiza amaphoyisa ungakwazi ukuthi ufonele amaphoyisa ngaleso sikhathi uwatshele.
Ngangeke ngwasize ngangekho kakhumalo ngangababonanga irasta lidubula umuntu.
I would not
accuse number mangi edubula umuntu. So ngangeke ngifike kethi mina senginolwazi lakhona.
Now, I wasn't at the Kumalo's house. I did not witness a Rasta or a dreadlock person shooting at any person.
And
therefore, I could not have helped them in any way.
Don't confuse yourself. And I put it to you that the reason why you failed to execute your fundamental duties to report to the police about the information that could have assisted the police and investigation at that particular time, it's because the incident on the 26th of October that we are referring to, that it happened at a Phosphorus hostel, did not take place, and you did not have that information at the time when you read that article. That is the reason why you did not report that information. You only fabricated the story later.
Sona sizathu ezenza ukuthi ke ungakwazi ukureporta lento lena ke uma wena usofunda iarticle uyabona ke ukuthi kukhona ulwazi oluthize ke olungakwazi ukuthi lisize amaphoyisa okanye lisize ukuphenywa kwaleli icala. Esona sizathu ukuthi awukhulumi lo iqiniso ke uma ukhuluma ngesigameko esenzeke nge-26 khona laphayana nge-26 ka October 2014 khona laphana hostel. Yinto nje oyiphekela yona ke azange kube naleso sigameko ke sase hostel yase Phosphorus.
Ukuphendula iphekele.
Any comment?
Uthini ngokuphendula?
Ukuthi ngiyiphekele yona angiyiphekelanga yona. Iqiniso kuleyo nto.
As you say that it has been fabricated by myself, no, I did not fabricate it myself, and the truth to that matter, Makubega.
Ukuthi njengoba ngangibonile accused number 2 ukuthi uyamatcha naleyo description, but kwangesiyo umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngithi sengine show ngalokho ngangingazi ukuthi kwenzakaleni kuphi.
And the fact that I had seen accused number 2 matches the description in the newspaper would not be necessarily a confirmation that I now know what happened and where.
And at the time when you read that article, you did not know the person who was referred to in that article. You did not even know the accused number 2.
Ubungamazi ngaleso sikhathi ke lo muntu okhulunywa ngaye lapho kuleyo article futhi ubungamazi lona ummangalelo wesibili ngekade usubona ke lo mfanekiso.
Ngangazi ukuthi kakhumalo bambeke kanjani kodwa mina ngangimbonile ukuthi bona bamdescribe kanjani kodwa mina ngibona ukuthi lo abakhulume ngaye la ngimbonile la.
Now, I did not know the description which was furnished by the Kumalos. However, the person that I saw on the newspaper, I remember that this one, I saw him at such and such a place.
Sorry, my lord, can I just rephrase? You did not know that the person, the second person who was depicted in that article was referring to accused number 2.
Ubungakwazi ke lokho ukuthi lo muntu wesibili owaye velela khona lapho kulelo phephandaba beku umsolwa wesibili okanye umbangalelo wesibili ubungakwazi lokho.
As a court case, my lord, I know it's an ethical thing, but I don't know whether Advocate Mshololo has got instructions from accused number 2 to put that version that she's putting now to the witness.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Can I proceed or can we adjourn, my lord?
No, respond to your learned colleague. you don't want to respond to that?
My Lord, I don't want to respond to that because I've said to the witness, he did not have the genuine information at the time when he read the article. He did not know. He did not know who was being referred to in that article.
Mr. Balori, why do you say it's an ethical question?
Well, she's putting it as a fact, my lord, that the witness did not know accused number 2. And one cannot do that, my lord, unless one has got instructions to put that such a submission to a witness.
Yeah, well, this court must take it for granted that she's got instructions. Because she owes this court a duty not to mislead the court.
Yes, my Lord.
Ethically.
Yes, my Lord.
Counsel can't put any submission, proposition, when she doesn't have instructions, because she's representing somebody's version. Is that not so?
My Lord, I had laid the basis
No,
before
I'm talking
that.
about, I'm responding to your learned colleagues'
Yes.
query.
My Lord, I had said you failed to report because you did not have that information, that evidence. That is why then I put after that, my Lord, to say, when you read that article,
Okay, I'll
Thank
let
you,
it rest there.
thank you, my Lord. My
Yes.
Lord, I don't know if we can adjourn for a long break or...
That's all, yeah, okay,
Should I proceed?
until 2 o'clock.
Hayi,